These are the best. These are the best. Better than IHOP, better than Cracker Barrel, better than Original House of Pancakes, better than Blueberry Hill, better than
Waffle House.
I don't know if I've ever had pancakes at Waffle House. Today we're making New York Times perfect buttermilk pancakes, 16,000 5-star reviews, and we're gonna make them even better. Hi, I'm Jillian, and today I'm making what the New York Times calls perfect buttermilk pancakes. And they are. It's a simple recipe your family's gonna love. But I'm gonna take it to another level with a very simple step that is gonna blow your family away when they have this for breakfast. We're starting with 3 tablespoons of butter that we're going to melt. You can use whatever butter you want, but the one I always pick is Birdie and Signy. It's a French butter. Trust me on this one. You're gonna wanna find this at Sprouts or Whole Foods. Then we're gonna mix the dry ingredients. I'm gonna start with the flour. If you're not gonna weigh the flour, then the best way to measure it is not to just dig your measuring scoop in there, but to actually scoop your flour into the measuring cup. And then at the end, you just scrape off the top with the knife. And that prevents your flour from being too compact in there and too dense in your recipe. 2 cups of flour. My daughter loves to do this part, even though it gets flour all over the kitchen. It's still something easy and fun that she can do. Then 3 tablespoons of sugar. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. I love the little ledge that comes on the baking powder because it makes it so easy to measure it perfectly. 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. And 1.25 teaspoons of salt. I like to use the Celtic gray salt, but any kosher salt will do. I'm gonna give this a whisk. I know it's a bold statement to say these are the best pancakes that you'll ever have, but please try the recipe and leave in the comments if you agree or disagree with me once you try it. Then you just make a little well in the center. So you really just kind of move the flour to the outsides so that you have a little kind of bowl in the center to catch your wet ingredients. 2.5 cups of buttermilk, 2 eggs, and then the melted and cooled butter goes right on top. Then start whisking by mixing together, like break the egg yolks and mix those ingredients in the center together, and then gently just bring in the flour from the outsides. It's very important that you don't overmix your pancake batter. You want there to be some small lumps. So the goal is to incorporate all the ingredients, make sure that you don't have any huge areas of flour or dry ingredients, but don't overdo it. Because if you overmix, then you'll make your pancakes more flat and dense. They'll stay nice and fluffy if they're a little bit lumpy. Because you can start to overwork the gluten in the flour, and they're not going to come out as tender as they otherwise would. So you can see there's still some small lumps in the batter, and this is just perfect for pancakes. The batter will stay in the refrigerator up to an hour, so you have plenty of time to make your pancakes, or I like to put it in the fridge in between batches, just so the batter stays nice and cold. Make sure your griddle is really hot, 350 degrees. You may even want to turn it down as you're cooking. A few tablespoons of whatever oil you enjoy cooking with, and then just gonna get my oil nice and hot. I use an ice cream scoop to help me portion it out. As I'm putting it on the griddle, I kind of give a little twisty motion with the scoop and then press it out to the edges so that the pancakes turn out nice and round. They will spread out a little bit. You don't want to put too much batter right from the get-go. My daughter likes me to make pancakes for her stuffed animals, and they don't like the big pancakes, so we'll make a few little ones for them. So pancakes take a few minutes, 2 to 3 minutes on each side, but the real way to tell, because it obviously depends on the heat of your griddle as well, is that you want the edges to kind of start setting up so that the batter doesn't run everywhere when you try to flip them. And then you're also looking for tiny little bubbles to appear in the center of your pancakes as well. Maybe we'll try one with some bacon crumbled into it. If you can believe it, this is still not the step that takes it next level. Now we have our pancakes all cooked. There you have it. New York Times perfect buttermilk pancakes, 16,000 5-star reviews. But I told you we were gonna make them even better. Step 1, pop them in the freezer. Now you've got your perfect frozen pancakes. We're gonna melt some butter in a pan. These are refried buttermilk pancakes. And they've been frozen solid after making them. Now in a pan with some melted butter, and we're gonna get them all crispy and buttery once more. And it's gonna be even better than when they came off the griddle the first time. It's gonna cook for about the same amount of time on each side, just until those edges get really nice and buttery crispy. Yum. Look at that. That's a crispy crust. Perfect, perfect buttermilk pancakes. Refried pancakes, you have to try it. It's crispy, it's crunchy, it's buttery. It's so different than just pancakes right off the griddle. So try it, let me know what you think. I think it could be the next big thing.